Hello everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do your weekly reads. The date for the weekly read is the 11th to, I'm all over the place with them too, the 11th to the 17th of August. And the first one up, we'll do Leo because it's back to front. So, hope that you can see that. Let's just make that a little higher. Okay, beautiful. Leo, thank you very much for subscribing to my channel. We're back to the hands this week. I'm not doing the full version of myself, but let's see what's going on for you. I'm going to use the Good Tarot here for this reading. Now remember, they are general. They do flip-flop, make the characters fit as they would. My long time of doing this, I know that the signs that are sort of talked about very often aren't the ones that come forward. So you could be dealing with an earth sign who shows himself as the King of Cups every time. So please be aware of that. It's mostly about the general energies of the person. Okay, I'm ready. So Leo, you have the Page of Wands coming out here, Page of Fire. Now, the Page of Wands is a messenger. He's not a person of action. It just means something is happening that shows some sort of passion occurring here. So it can be an email from someone. It can be an act of something that makes you realize someone's sort of got a little bit of affection for you. So sometimes it can be just somebody paying you just a little bit more attention than normal. Behind that, I do have the Star. So the Star can talk about an Aquarius because it is the card of Aquarius, but more likely this is about some sort of wish coming true here. It's also about healing, but I feel like in this particular case, someone's showing you something here that you are, I don't know, realizing perhaps they have a little bit of affection for you didn't see before. We do have the Eight of Swords here, so I'm not so sure that this particular situation isn't making you overthink or making you feel a bit bound by somebody who's showing you affection that perhaps has made you feel or second guess yourself somehow. And behind that we have the Three of Swords. So it could be because the Three of Swords can talk about a third party. So it could be that you have perhaps a little bit of an attraction for someone outside of your relationship that's making you feel a bit uncomfortable. But it can also be that because you've been shown something by somebody that you are questioning, you know, whether to sort of go forward on it or not, or whether to hold back, and whether you've not read the signals right here. So somebody could have sent you a message and told you that they were, you know, feeling very strongly about you, or it could even be even stronger than that, but they're feeling very passionate about you here. Whatever it is, it's meant to be on your pathway. Whatever it is, it's got you all stirred up, all shook up, and now you're trying to work out really, do you move forward with this or do you stay back? Because you could be the third person in the person's relationship. It could be that you have the hots for someone else and you're in a relationship. Not quite sure at the moment. So let's keep going with it. Okay, so we do have the Messenger of Fire here. Wasn't that what we had here? Another page. The messenger here is the Knight of Wands. So if somebody gave you a little bit of a hint up the front, they are ready to move on this. There is action here. The Knight of Wands, though, doesn't have the best reputation in terms of romance. This is a very hot and fiery person, someone who's being a little bit sort of immersed in their own emotions. This person can have a very, you know, in and out energy. So they could have been in and out of your life. They could be someone you've known for a long time, but that's the energy they're bringing in here. So maybe that's why you're in the Eight of Swords sort of thing, because maybe they've broken your heart before. We do have the King of Swords coming out here as well. So the King of Swords could be Libra, Gemini or Aquarius. This King of Swords has something to say though. He wants to express himself here. He could have been cold in the past, but now he wants to express himself. I do have the Ten of Swords here as well. So something that's going to be expressed here is going to help you finish out a cycle. Seven of Cups here. You're going to finish a cycle of illusion. Maybe you've been fantasizing about this particular thing. Maybe you've been reading something into something or making something of something that didn't exist. It could be that you've crossed paths with someone and you've romanticized who they are, and they're about to put this back into perspective for you. I do have the Six of Wands coming out here. So we are talking about a situation that brings victory, but I think this is for you because I think it's helping you to understand something. We do have an offer of love here from a Knight of Cups. Something that you've been wishing for in this Seven of Cups energy. Four of Pentacles here. You've never let go of this person. You've always held on to this. Okay. Eight of Wands coming in here. So something is happening very quickly. Okay, Eight of Pentacles coming out. Something you can work on. Okay, got it. All right, Page of Fire, followed by the Star, Eight of Swords, and the Three of Swords. I feel like something happened with someone in the past. That may be recent past or it might have been long-term past. I feel like this person and you either had some sort of encounter, could have been a fling, could have been a one-off thing, could have been a very short-term thing. And then you separated from this person, but you never forgot them. And I feel like during that time you fantasized what it would have been like if they came back into your life, if they offered you that thing that you'd wanted that they'd never been able to offer. So there's a strong feeling here that you've had this idea in your head about how things are going to work out. And I'm saying that they're not going to work out anything like they imagined you to be, because this is bringing in some sort of closure for you of a negative cycle. Now that doesn't mean here that you are not going to have something with this person, but I'm not really sure it's what you're going to choose here. I feel like this person is coming back in to offer you love. I feel like you visualized it, you imagined it, you romanticized, fantasized about it a lot and how it should be. But now it's on offer to you. It's like you're not really sure it's what you want anymore. So there's a very strong feeling here that it's either come too late or you've built it up so much in your mind and put this person on a pedestal that when they do stand in front of you making an offer, you're like, not really sure it's what I want. I have a feeling something like this came out in the What's Cracking read too. This whole, you know, you've not let someone go. You've thought about them so much. They've been really like played on your mind. You've really wanted it. And then when it's presented to you, it hasn't really panned out. Now, for some of you, this could be about a job too, or a work situation. So it could be that, you know, you've craved a long time to manage somewhere. You've been in a position where you've wanted to take on more responsibility. Maybe you've been passed over a few times and haven't been able to get to the top, but you've never let go of this idea of managing. But now it's been offered to you. I'm not really sure that you want to work on it anymore. I think there's sort of a preparedness to work on it, but I don't think it's coming now at a time when you're prepared to invest what you thought you would have been. I think now you're seeing the illusion. Now you're seeing what it brings in with it, and it's not really quite what you wanted. So let me just put an oracle card on your reading. I don't know that you're knocking it back. I really don't, but I know that it's coming through in a completely different sort of element to what you thought it would be. Oh, how funny, smoky mirror. And I feel like now, because it's coming through as this very different thing to what you imagined, it's like, let's Let's just move things out so you can see that a little better. It's like I'm not really sure that this is what I want anymore. And I love that we've drawn the smoky mirror, because we always talk about things being smoke and mirrors, like it's not really what it's supposed to be. Oh my goodness, sometimes it's hard to find things. Okay. When the symbol of the smoky mirror appears, you're invited to see beyond your own self. Acknowledge that, past the limits of your current ability to perceive, there is a vast, interconnected world where events are orchestrated in divine order but challenging to fully grasp. Now is the time to trust that no matter what the current conditions of your world reflect, in the hidden realms, all aspects of the human journey are celebrated. The beauty and the darkness, the misery and the courage. No matter where you are on your journey, know that some things are meant to be a mystery, which you are meant to understand only through experience. Take heart, for the smoky mirror will ultimately show you beauty and wonder once the fog lifts the distortion you see now. So that's very interesting. Have a great week, Leo.